Faith Through the Fire, Part 4, When Restoration Begins. In Part 3, God spoke from the whirlwind. Job did not receive every answer, but he received a deeper revelation of God. And now, we come to a turning point. After God finishes speaking to Job, he turns his attention to Job's friends. And what God says is very important. God tells them, "My anger burns against you, because you have not spoken of me what is right, as my servant Job has." This is powerful. The same friends who accused Job, the same people who judged him, were corrected by God himself. This teaches us something comforting. You do not need to defend yourself to everyone. God knows the truth. Then, God gives Job's friends an instruction. He tells them to bring sacrifices, and then he says something surprising. God says, "Go to my servant Job, and my servant Job will pray for you." Think about that. The man who was wounded by their words is now asked by God to pray for them. This is where the story becomes deeply spiritual. Before Job's restoration is fully revealed, God deals with Job's heart. Job had every reason to be angry, every reason to hold bitterness, every reason to say, "They don't deserve my prayer." But Job obeyed. He prayed for the very people who misunderstood him, judged him, and spoke wrongly about God. And then the Bible says something life-changing. After Job had prayed for his friends, the Lord restored his fortunes. Do you see it? Job's restoration began when he released forgiveness. Sometimes the door to your next season is not money. It's not a new job. It's not a new opportunity. Sometimes the door to your next season is forgiveness. And this is not easy, but it is powerful. When you forgive, you are not saying the pain was acceptable. You're saying, "Lord, I release this into your hands." Forgiveness is not weakness. Forgiveness is spiritual strength. In Part 5, we'll see Job's full restoration, the double blessing, and how God turns ashes into joy. If this message encouraged you, please like